We're drafting live. We're drafting not only a super flex, big board, best ball draft, but we're drafting a mock draft side by side. This little beauty right here. Dropping the link in the live chat in T-minus 5 minutes. File on in if you want to be involved in either one of these drafts, the mock draft, the free mock draft right here, or the super flex best ball draft with $500K in prizes. File on in. This isn't the strategy at hand, actually. It is this strategy right here. Second round QBs is the topic of discussion all night long. And this goes for the super flex as well. We're going to hit this topic from multiple angles. In a super flex, should you go QB in round 2, or should you revert back to my approach, which is not even consider drafting your second quarterback until later in the draft? And in a mock draft, single one QB draft, what do you do? What do you do? Let me put this graphic back on screen. The topic at hand is second round quarterbacks. Should you take a quarterback in round 2 in a 1 QB draft? We're going to mock it up. We're going to do it live. We're going to open the phone lines. File on in.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Smitty. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show, and we're doing what we usually do. Drafts, live drafts here on the channel, live mock drafts, live best ball drafts, you name it, we're doing it. The phone lines will be open, and we'll be figuring out what the best approach is in regards to quarterbacks in the early round, specifically the second round. Whether that's going to end up being the super flex draft or not, we're going to talk round 2 QBs. So buckle up, get ready, and let's have at it. So let me drop that link right now in the live chat. This is for the mock draft. Link has been copied. Link has been dropped. And I'm going to now pin that link in the live chat. So this will be for the mock draft. Okay, so link is pinned. Actually, I'm not going to pin that link because that's going to fill up quick. So that link's been dropped. I'll drop it one more time. This is for the mock draft. For the underdog draft, promo code Smitty at Underdog Fantasy. I'm going to drop that link and I'm going to pin that right now. This is if you want to get into the best ball draft. You got to be signed up at Underdog, promo code Smitty. They'll match up to $100 in your first deposit, dollar for dollar. And it's a fantastic way to play fantasy football, plain and simple. And it looks like our mock draft already filled up, and I've kicked it off. I've started it. Your boys from the 4 pick. This is a 1 QB redraft. We're talking round 2 quarterbacks in a mock draft 1 QB setting, and then we'll swing on over to the Underdog Fantasy. Okay, so the link has been pinned for Underdog. Click the link. It enters promo code Smitty for you. This guy's going to time out here. Okay, McCaffrey. Hunter's up. What are you doing, Hunter? Are you going JJ or Jamar Chase? And will Gladiators take one of those two guys? Or will Gladiators do something crazy and mix things up? Bijan must start is in here. Dakota Dave. We got a lot of regulars in here. Rockouts in the house. Mellow Yellow's in here. J and H. We got Tommy. We've got Goats. Okay, JJ. So I assume that I'm going to end up getting not Jamar Chase. Yeah. This is a tough spot for me to be in each time I'm on it. That's why I put myself here. Not going RB. I'm going to go Cooper. We'll go Cooper Kupp. Let's get over to the Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty Superflex Draft. Click on the big board right now. 500K in prizes. Click on that enter button. It is 100K to first place. This is a super flex, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex, and then the super flex. Jump in 7 more to start. File on in, and we'll see what pick I get. 7 more people to start. TMT's in the building. Appreciate you being here, TMT. What's up, my man? We're talking second round quarterbacks, even in the super flex draft, and whether it's a strategy we should deploy. I don't know that I'll test it out. I might force myself to go QB in round 2 to see if I truly like it, or I may just say, you know what, I can't. I need to stick to my guns, and this is my advice to how to dominate a superflex draft. TD Strikers in the 2 spot, I think is in the 1. Your boy didn't get a top 5 pick. What a shame. It's such a downer. But, maybe I go quarterback. Maybe I figure out a way to make that work. We'll see. Cooper Kupp going number 4 overall to me. Chase, JJ, McCaffrey went prior. Let's see if I can get to the board here. So, yeah, I went McCaffrey, JJ, Chase, Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Bijan Robinson, Kelsey, Lamb, JT Diggs, and now Mellow Yellow is on the clock, followed by J and H with the double 12 and 13 turn picks. Mellow Yellow takes Saquon Barkley. Our topic at hand is second-round quarterbacks. Does it make sense in a 1 QB to ever go quarterback in round 2? I will tell you right now and spoil it for you. Absolutely. Does it make more sense to take Burrow in round 4 or 5? Absolutely. But it doesn't mean I don't go Josh Allen. You don't know that you're getting Burrow, so you can't just always assume I'm going to pass on these second-round quarterbacks. I take a combination of everything. I want some Mahomes in round 2. I want some Josh Allen in round 2. I want some Hurts in round 2. And then I want a couple drafts where I'm taking maybe Burrow at the end of the 3rd. I'm reaching a little bit because I don't want to miss out on him. And then there's a couple drafts where I really push my luck and I get Burrow in round 4. And I love it. And I love everything about it. Hit that thumb up button on your way in the door. G Money in the building. Appreciate you, G Money. Is this a Moon Man draft? They're always Moon Men draft, bro. Always. Why does it never work for me? I click the link, I enter the draft, and it puts me in with a different group. You just got to do it at the right time. We had 7 spots sitting there. So you must be delayed on the live stream because it was there for 7 spots were open for about a minute and a half. Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Justin Fields, Joe Burrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll see what I end up doing. Getting closer to my pick in the mock draft, but let's go back to the best ball draft, which is a little more important because there's money on the line. This is $100K to first place, baby. This ain't no mock draft. This is a real draft. This is super flex. We're talking round 2 QBs, even in a super flex contest. In a contest. Okay. Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, really putting me in a bind at quarterback. And I don't know that I want to force it. Lamar. Wow. Let's go Jamar Chase. George from the Bay. We got Dan the Grim Reacher. Who's Dan going to reach on right here? Mock draft, I'm almost up. Let me make this pick real quick and we'll flip back to Dan the Grim Reacher's pick. 12 seconds to go in this one. I think I'm going to look. I've got Amon-Ra available to me. I have I don't know, bro. This is round 2. Round 2, what QBs are available? Patrick Mahomes. Let's just go Mahomes. Let's go with the theme. Second round QBs, and we'll talk about that at 1 QB format. Let's get back to the Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty Best Ball Super Flex Draft with $100K going to first place, $500K in prizes. I'm on the clock. Deshaun Watson just went. So, let's go Bijan. Let's force it. Let's see what happens. I hate this 10 pick. I'm not going to lie. The key to smashing a best ball is not that you can't smash it from this pick. We're going to try it. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see what's what. We're just going to give it a try. We're going to go balanced. Bijan at 15 is a little early in a super flex, but at the same time, when the quarterbacks were off the board and I wanted to go RB, this was the move to make. I thought about going Christian McCaffrey and seeing what wide receiver I could get, but I like Jamar Chase and Bijan more than I like getting McCaffrey and then not getting Jamar Chase. So we'll see what happens here. Let's go back to the best ball draft and see what's what. Am I on the clock there? I'm on deck. Look at me. I'm not timing out at all. All right. So, tight end spot, not going tight end. Andrews is too early for me. T. Higgins, I could go, yeah, I'm not going to go T. Higgins. Debo, I need an RB if possible. Derrick Henry, Chubb. I don't like Henry here. Let's try it. It's all about experimentation and mock drafts. Don't be afraid to draft somebody you don't normally draft. Let's see what happens. If I was trading this, since this is not a best ball, although best ball draft is sometimes okay to draft a guy you think can miss 4 or 5 games because you can surround that player. But I do feel like you can trade. You know, if I could get into a trading mentality here and say, yeah, I would trade him by double-digit weeks. The harder thing is wondering if you could have gotten Bijan with the next pick. I wouldn't have got, not in this draft, not with these guys. But not to mention, I at a certain point, I don't care. I want to take the best running back available at this point. And granted, you know, JT was off the board, McCaffrey was off the board. Walker was a potential thought for me here. I almost want Walker, but I'm just going to go Bijan. So far, so good as far as the players that are flying off the board. We'll see how it shakes out. Let me go to that. So the mock draft here, we've got Lamar Jackson, CeeDee Lamb, ETN. We got JT. Let me highlight these rows. Actually, let's start from the beginning. McCaffrey, Fields, St. Brown, very good. JJ, Adams, Waddle. I'm not a huge fan of the one position straight down the board. 3 straight picks in a row. I almost never like that. You're forcing a position really at that point, and then it's like, you're going to be it depends who you get at RB, but you're going to end up settling at RB I just don't feel like this is the best player available. I mean, maybe Adams is a steal there, but we'll see. Jamar Chase, Burrow, Harris, it's a really good combination. Kupp, Mahomes, Henry. I'm not a big fan of Henry, but I wanted to draft him in this draft. Dakota Dave got Hill, Olave, Pollard, solid. Bijan's got Bijan, Hurts, and Chubb. Very nice. Kelsey, Breece Hall, Higgins, very solid. Lamb, ETN, Lamar. Lamar's a little early in a 1 QB format. You can get him a lot later. Don't reach too much for that in a 1 QB setting. But Taylor, let's go back to the other draft. We're getting close. Let's see here. Russell Wilson's interesting here. Part of me wants to keep going down the road that we're going down, but let's try it. Let's try it. Let's push our luck as far as we can. And let's see. Yeah, Ryan, you did step on the strategy a little bit, grabbing A-Rod, but that's okay because you know what? I'm going to push my luck and see what I can do with it. So it's not the biggest deal. I'm coming back. Okay, so I kind of got to go quarterback here. Let's go Russ Wilson here. And so we finally got our QB. So we got Russell Wilson, Bijan, Nick Chubb, Jamar Chase. I mean, it feels pretty solid. I don't like this draft pick, but I feel like that's pretty solid. We'll see what we do at our other quarterback spot. But I don't mind that. Russ doesn't feel like the best quarterback in the world, but at the same time. All right, we're almost on the clock here. Stevenson, Metcalf, A.J. Brown, Taylor, Diggs, Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs, Andrews, Barkley, Walker, London, Watson. Very good. I like that. Eckler, Wilson, T-Law, D. Smith, solid squad. And then we're right here, and we're almost on the clock. Oh, I'm not showing the right screen. I'm sorry. So now we're on the clock here. Let's get into this mock draft. So I got Henry, got Kupp, I got Mahomes. God, this ADP is awful. It's absolutely awful. You don't even know where anybody is, and you have to comb through this thing. I'm gonna time out, so I gotta pick somebody. I had to just force Kyle Pitts in the 4.9. Let me see here. Let me queue. The problem is I'm gonna queue up. Let me queue some people here. Hold on. For this next pick. God, this ADP is awful. It's awful. I know there's somebody hiding down here too. There's gotta be. I've at least got some players queued in case I end up timing out. God, why can't they just go in and update this one time? It'd be so helpful. Okay. I'm 2 picks away. Well, 3 picks away. 2 picks away now. I think I know who I want here. What's up, Swavey? Who do I project getting Who do you project getting Bijan? We don't know, man. We've gone over that about 100,000 times. Transfers when no one knows. Aaron Jones feels pretty good here. So Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry, Mahomes, Cooper Kupp. I don't like Derrick Henry, but it's a fun little team to try out in a mock draft. That's when you experiment, right? Okay. My team so far in this draft: Russell Wilson, Bijan, Nick Chubb, Jamar Chase. I don't know what I'm going to do with this pick. Drake London went. That was a good pick. Aaron Jones is there. I'm going to queue him just for later, just in case. Hopkins, DJ Moore, and then at tight end. Okay, we're gonna wait on tight end. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bryce Young here. I think he's gonna be phenomenal. So not a bad QB room considering what we did. So Russell Wilson, Bryce Young, Bijan, Nick Chubb, Jamar Chase. It feels interesting for sure. What are we doing over here? Okay, we're a ways away. Definitely could use a wide receiver, but I'm not going to force it, but I could use a wide receiver. Hopkins is interesting here. I'm going to go Kyle Pitts, and I'm going to round out I need another wide receiver and then a flex, but then my lineup will be set. So Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Bijan, Nick Chubb, Russell Wilson, Bryce Young. Drafted better for sure. The 10 hole is really hard. It is a tough spot to be in. Like if we go to this 1 overall draft slot, 6.1, Goff, Carr, McCaffrey, Aaron Jones. Wait a minute. Oh, that's a 12 pick. Let's go to the board view. Mahomes, Amon-Ra, Breece Hall, Christian Watson, Jordan Love. I love that draft slot. So good. Jalen Hurts, Garrett Wilson, Cousins. Of course, that's Ron. I didn't have to look. I knew that was Ron Navy with Cousins on his team. I knew it, Ron. I knew that was your team. Najee. I knew it. It's a good team, though. I knew it because of that, too. It was a good team. Josh Allen, Kenneth Walker, Tua, Jacobs, Derrick Henry. Am I on the clock here? I'm almost on the clock. Now I'm on the clock. I've got Henry, Aaron Jones, Kyle Pitts, Mahomes, Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen, Hollywood Brown. Is there anybody hiding? Come on, give me a wide receiver. Oh, I'm going to time out. I might as well let's just take Swift, I guess. Okay. So Kupp, Mahomes, Henry, Pitts, Aaron Jones, Swift, and then need more wide receiver help later. Drafted better. I've drafted better, plain and simple. Not a bad team though, but I don't love it. It's good, but I don't love it. Smitty, what team do I want him on for fantasy? Eagles are the. I mean, we talked about over and over. I know you've been absent, but you need to remedy that. Okay, the Chicago Bears at 9, the Eagles at 10. These would be amazing spots for Bijan. That's what we're hoping for. Ultimately, let's do one more mock draft. I kind of reviewed the teams already. We'll go copy link. I want to try the 2 spot. Link drop, mock draft, go, boom. Get in. Get in the mock draft. Here we go. Back to this draft. So my team so far: Jamar Chase, Bijan, Chubb, Russell Wilson, Bryce Young, Kyle Pitts. I don't mind it. I don't think it's bad. People are calling JSN a slot only wide receiver. I remember another guy. Yeah, don't worry about that. People that say that are dumb. Don't listen to those people, bro. Okay. Not to mention, is that a bad thing? He's a slot wide receiver. Slot wide receivers are the best. It's funny. People are crazy, bro. People are absolutely bonkers. What quarterbacks are there? Yeah. I guess I'm going to go... Mike Evans. So Russell Wilson, Bryce Young, Bijan, Chubb, Jamar Chase, Mike Evans, Kyle Pitts. It's not bad. Not my best team. This is not a. You never know. You never know. But this doesn't feel like the winner. The draft slot. I'm gonna tell you right now. In a super flex, it's gonna be pretty hard to win the super flex contest, not drawing a top 5 or 6 overall pick. It's gonna be pretty difficult. Not impossible, but it's not going to be an easy task. Russell Wilson, Bryce Young, running quarterbacks, some upside. Bijan, Chubb, Charbonnet, Jamar Chase, Mike Evans, and Kyle Pitts. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. Don't absolutely love it, but I don't hate it. Starting the mock draft. Let's do it live. Let's look at TD Striker's team. Oh, we already did. Hurts, Cousins, Najee, Garrett Wilson, Pickens. I like it. It's a good squad. On the clock, we're going to go Jamar Chase in this mock draft. McCaffrey. So let's talk. Let's open the phone lines and let's talk second round QBs in Superflex, second round QBs in 1 QB. Let's have that discussion primarily if we can.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Try to keep your questions around that if you possibly can. I did review the teams. I reviewed them loosely throughout the draft. We're keeping it moving here on the show, bro. Who's the next Amon-Ra St. Brown? Olave, Watson, the Moon Men, broski.
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
London, Watson, Pickens, Wilson.
Space Monsters.
Obviously. Olave, obviously. Mock draft, Kelsey, Jonathan Taylor. Matt is on the clock. Mellow Yellow's up, followed by Bella, Check Yourself, followed by Gladiators, followed by Bijan. Let's circle back over to the best ball draft promo code Smitty Underdog Fantasy. There you go. Underdog will match up to $100 in your first deposit, so make sure you get on over to Underdog Fantasy. Here is the best ball draft. Currently, your boy has Russell Wilson, Bryce Young, Bijan, Chubb, Charbonnet, Chase, Mike Evans, Kyle Pitts. It feels okay. Not my best team. It's not going to be my best team. Just hate to break the news to you, but you're probably having a pretty okay draft or a good draft, not great draft. If you're not getting a top 5 quarterback in a super flex. It's just the way it is. It doesn't mean you can't overcome all the odds. I'm just saying you're fighting an uphill battle because of what I explained before about how amazing your team will look when you get one of those QBs and then you start drafting against the grain. What are we doing here? Coming back around. We're a little ways away, so we'll circle back over this way. I think I'm probably gonna go. God, you know me. You guys know me. Here I go again. I'm doing it live. Why not? Bijan, Chubb, Charbonnet, Kamara, Chase, Mike Evans, Kyle Pitts, Russell Wilson, Bryce Young. I don't hate it. We're almost up again. Wide receiver is the name of the game at this juncture, gentlemen. Do we like Jordan Addison or Quentin Johnson more? I'm kind of feeling like let's go Jordan Addison. I like Jordan Addison a lot. So now the wide receiver room looks a little bit better. Oh, did I take Zay Flowers instead? What? Did you guys not see me hit the draft on Jordan Addison? Did anybody else see that? I got to look at the replay. I'm okay. I love Zay Flowers, but I literally I think I hit draft on that, and now I timed out because I'm all worried about that. What did I get here? Devontae Adams. What? Son of a. Gotta be out of your mind. Son of a. Well, I didn't get to go early quarterback, which is what I wanted to test, so we'll just go Fields here. You got him. Son of a. I took Addison. Boys. I hit the button. A little frustrated there. Just a little itty bitty frustrated. let's look at these teams here. Josh Allen, Kenneth Walker in the 3-hole. Josh Allen, Kenneth Walker, Tua, Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Trey Lance. Pretty good team. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Fields, Dak, Daniel Jones. Never a fan of the triple QB. Because look at the team. Like, no offense, bro, if you're in here. Who is that? Hunt? No offense, bro, but like the Stevenson, Ridley, D-Hop, Cook, it just, I don't know. I feel like you're far better off getting Sam Darnold instead of Daniel Jones and getting the ability to get that Olave or some massive piece right there. Mooney. Where are we at? Ways away from my pick. I'm going to review the teams like midway through, guys. I'm not going to do a full review at the end. J.J. Burrow, Pollard. Love the trio. Chase, Adams. I got timed out on Devontae Adams. I want to vomit in my mouth. Justin Fields. Okay. Good trio if Adams was catching footballs from a regular quarterback. McCaffrey, St. Brown, Herbert. Herbert's a little early in the 3rd round in the 1 QB, bro. Cup, Lamb, Chubb. Okay. Hill, Garrett Wilson, Waddle. We'll see what you do with the running backs. Kelsey, Mahomes, Henry. I mean, you know, I like it. We're getting closer to my pick here. You know, Henry's got to stay healthy, or you got to trade him by midseason. It's a mock draft, so that's, you know, obviously not going to necessarily happen. But I'm on the clock in this draft. Or I will be. Probably go. I don't like Brandon Cooks that much, but it's not horrible. Where are we at? Taylor, Olave, Najee, solid. Let's see what Rockout does right here. Swavey, where you going, pal? You haven't been here in a while. Now you're bailing early? Now you're clocking out early, Swavey? What are you doing? Andrews, okay. Bijan, Eckler, Devontae Smith, Hawkinson. Mellow Yellow's got T-Law, Metcalf, Walker, Barkley. I'm on the clock here. Dalton. Bryce Young, Russell Wilson, Bijan, Chubb, Charbonnet, Kamara. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who's this?
Smitty. How you doing? It's Ryan.
What's up, Ryan?
Good. Just I'm in this draft.
Which one?
The Superflex.
Okay, hold on one second.
Right, you're right in front of me.
I'm going to time out here.
Sure.
RBs. Yeah. Oh God, I'm going to time out. I guess I'll go Dalvin Cook here. I hate that pick. I hate this team. You know what? So, like, I almost feel like mock drafting right now, like not doing the best balls, but the mock drafting is in some ways pointless because there's a ton of reaching going on. There's a ton of weird draft selections. And then you also have this bad ADP suggested data that they won't update. And it's like, it's just a reinforcing bad drafting habits.
Yeah, it's like you said before, too. People are less vested in it if they don't have any money on it.
Yeah. And I don't
But
even...
on the topic of...
The running backs are not even...
ahead.
I was going to say the running backs available in the 4th and 5th round aren't even close to what you're seeing it in like underdog, but it's a lot of it's suggested rank. It's just bad. But go ahead, back to the best ball.
Yeah, I was just going to say on the topic of the second round QBs, there's only Watson in the early on the second pick of the second round, and then Dak near the end. It seems like the second round is kind of a wasteland for QBs. I mean, I kind of agree with that as far as
that's why I didn't go.
That's available at
that's
that
why
point.
I didn't go QB in round 2. Like if you look at round 2, we had Dak go, in the next round, Kirk Cousins, Tua. I was gonna go Aaron Rodgers, but Ryan just sniping everything. Ryan, you're doing it. Ryan's sniping everything that I would take, which is why it's hard to draft. Which is why it's hard to draft with your people. Because Ryan,
right. At the same time, yeah.
And
also, it's like you'll be like my main. I mean, you're my main source of information. So when I'm looking at what's available and I see Aaron Rodgers,
right? I know.
Well,
yeah, I'm not blaming you.
Do?
I completely understand, but like that makes it hard to deploy this. So that's another reason why it's like from this spot, Russell Wilson's my best quarterback. It would have been a lot better with Aaron Rodgers, and typically he would have fallen to that spot if you weren't in the draft, Ryan. But I feel like this isn't a bad team considering. And always take who you want. Don't ever worry about who's in front of you or who you're sniping. You got to draft it. You're paying money for this. You got to draft the team you want. I don't know who to pick here. Hold on a second. I'm pretty balanced. I got Evans, Jamar, Zay, and I took Addison. I'm almost 100% sure. Just put Zay in there. Cooks, Bijan, Chubb, Charbonnet, Kamara.
I don't have an answer for that.
Ziggy, off. He's such an idiot.
Yeah, I did a couple earlier today while I was working, and I did not. I get the late round every time, or the late spot every time, and I don't like any of them. But this is probably I'm doing all right this one. I think I don't hate it.
I guess I'll go Hodgins here. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of my team. It just didn't fall right drafting with all of you. Like to get a 10 pick, 11 pick, 12 pick, 9 pick in a superflex is hard enough, but then to go through the snipage. You can survive the snipage in picks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you guys are really good drafters, so it's going to be a lot harder to get things to fall. But I will admit though, drafting from the 10, 11, 12, I usually don't like it in Superflex. It usually is a big disadvantage. Regardless, across the board, it just sucks. You can win from it, but it's pretty hard. Let's see.
It's probably better too in like a normal draft rather than these giant pooled ones.
I don't even know who to grab here. Washington. I'm going to go Mike White on the whim that he starts a handful of games. Let's check out your team, Ryan. So you took Lamar, Aaron Rodgers, Purdy, right?
Yeah.
Lamar. And then you got Travis Etienne, Gibbs, Pacheco. Really good. Yeah, it's a good squad, man. Waller, Kmet. I like your team a lot. Cooper Kupp, Debo, Odell, Quentin Johnson, Zay Jones, Etienne, Gibbs, Pacheco, Zeke, Lamar, A-Rod, Purdy. I like it. It's a good squad.
Yeah. What do you think? I know you probably already talked about it when the news broke, but what do you think about OBJ and his ADP right now? Because it seems like it's pretty much where it was before.
What do I think about OBJ?
Yeah. And like his ADP, where he's falling right now. Like I reached a little bit for him right now just because I've got Lamar and
I don't expect much from Odell. wide receiver 3 numbers. Like, do I think he could be fantasy football starter? Yeah. Lancaster says, I'm in the 1.7 on underdog. Whose draft? The whole draft is weird, bro. Says Lancaster. Lancaster, I'm going to look at your team. You're at the 7 pick. Rockout says team review. In the mock draft or in the best ball, bro. So 1.7. Let's go to the 1.7. All right, it's the very, very right row. Trevor Lawrence, A.J. Brown, Barkley, DK, Mark Andrews, Stroud, Judy, Cam, Kadarius, Tony, Levis, Samaje P. Ryan, Okonkwo. It's a tough team because what if Stroud... yeah, I mean, it's a good team. Yeah. I mean, Trevor Lawrence... I like Trevor Lawrence a lot. A.J. Brown, Saquon. I like it. I think you did good. It's a tough team. It's good. If C.J. Stroud ends up being something amazing, it'll be really, really good for you. I imagine Rockout wants a team review. I don't think he's in this best ball. So he probably means in the mock draft. So Rockout, your team is JT, Olave, Najee, Andrews. Looks like I timed out. I think, like always. JT, Olave, Najee, Andrews, Mike Evans, Dak Prescott. I like it. I do. It's good. I think you did well. The team 1, Bengal Bro. He's got JJ, Burrow, Pollard, Hopkins, Kittle, Godwin. That's solid. Chase, Adams. I timed out on Adams. I timed out on Waller. I'm on auto. McCaffrey, St. Brown, Herbert, Ridley, Goddard, Charbonnet. Okay. Cup, Lamb, Chubb, Samuel, decent. Yeah. I mean, the running backs are okay. Justin Herbert, but I think, Brian, you probably would have been on a good track if you went wide receiver, and then went back to like RB or something there. Kelsey, Mahomes, Henry, Allen, Pierce, Lockett, good. Bijan, Eckler, Devontae Smith, Hawkinson, Mellow Yellow's got Barkley, Walker, Metcalf, Lawrence. I like that. Dial in. If I missed your call, dial in again. My bad. Somebody just dialed in and I missed it. AJ Brown, Hurts, Aaron Jones, Pitts. Okay. Diggs, Allen, Higgins, Stevenson, Etienne Hall, London, Watson. Javante's a little early, and that's what this ADP is all jacked up. Like, you're forcing Javante at 5.12. He's going like around 7, but you can't. He's the most suggested player at 5.12, so that's why it's kind of crap. It just makes for a bad mock drafting. I don't know what wide receiver to take here. I don't know what running back I want here. Are there any other quarterbacks that I can grab? I suppose Zappy. Ron Navy. Ron Navy, you're live. What's up?
What's going on?
Not much. Just hate this 10 spot. It's awful in the best ball draft. And I was reviewing the teams. Real quickly, let me put this on screen and just show the teams. Here are all the teams. I love the ETN, Breece Hall, London, Watson. And then Javante's just too early here, but it's not your fault because it's suggesting I'm so high. Rock out as the Taylor, Olave, Harris, Andrews, Evans, Prescott. I timed out, so don't even worry about my team. This first draft slot, I don't know if I like the Kittle at 5.1, the Godwin at 6.12. The Hopkins is okay at 4.12. Love the top 3, but I think I would have... Oh, I'm going to time out here. I hate my best ball draft.
Yeah.
Have you ever drafted from the 10 and liked it, Ron? I don't think I have.
Yeah, I actually have.
Maybe it's because I'm getting sniped.
Because I start out. You started out okay. You grabbed Chase. Usually, I get Jefferson and then go around and then I pick up, of course, Cousins to go with him. And
I don't mind it. I guess
yeah,
my
I've
team.
built
I
built a pretty decent team from the 9th or 10th spot.
I guess my team's not that bad. Russell Wilson.
I think you should have taken a quarterback in a round earlier.
I was gonna, but Ryan on the phone here sniped Aaron Rodgers right in front of me. Right, Ryan?
Well, that's all right.
That's right.
I saw you reached pretty good on Charbonnet, but I reached really pretty good on Pickett because I was dang if I was going to let him match up Pickett.
Lancaster super chatted.
Pickett.
Lancaster super chatted $1.99 just to tell you, hey, Ron Cousins is a scrub.
That's fine. If that's all he wants.
Hey,
That's why he's so high on the 80.
I'll be your intermediary anytime. You want a super chat to talk to Ron, please continue. But this team isn't bad. I mean, Kyle Pitts and Dalton Schultz. I like my tight end crew. Chase, Evans, Zay Flowers, Cooks, Hodgins, not bad. Bijan, Chubb, Charbonnet, Kamara, not bad. Russell Wilson, Bryce Young, not in love with that quarterback crew, but it's not horrible considering. Definitely don't love it. I don't think this is winning anything. I think my team prior, the one last night, was absolute fire. Let's see where that one is. Big board. Where is it? Big board Superflex qualifier. So I think it was this one. Yeah, so this one getting that top 5 pick. So Josh Allen, Sam Howell. I got a bunch of quarterbacks. Running backs, Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, Charbonnet, Kamara, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Jordan Addison, Mooney, Hodgins, Slayton, Kyle Pitts, Kincaid, Darnell Washington. I love that team. The one before that, let's see, I think this one, the draft immediately before that, I got Fields, Love, Sam Howell, Brees Hall, Derrick Henry, Swift, Kamara, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, Jordan Addison, Kyle Pitts. I'm drafting a lot of Kyle Pitts right now. He's got to land. The draft before that, so the third one before was, this is another one where I went crazy. I got a tough draft slot. I went Jordan Love, Sam Howell. I don't have good quarterbacks, but Pollard, ETN, Kamara, Cooper Kupp, Hopkins, Sky Moore, Kelsey. That's an interesting one. Active, 5 picks away. Okay, hold on. Let me get into this one.
Yeah, I had to make a tough choice up top because it was either pair up, take Hawkinson and pair him up with Cousins, go that route, or after Garrett Wilson, pick up Olave and know that Cousins will be gone. So
Dan Grimm's team: Watson, Pickett, JT, Pollard, Pierce, Swift, Waddle, Cooper, Amari Cooper, Deontay, Pat Fryermuth. It's not bad, Dan. George from the Bay. Hey, George from the Bay, you're live, and I got your team right up here. You got Golf, Carr, Christian.
The 12 spots just sucks.
Yeah, bro, it's so without the quarterbacks, it's so hard. Like, I'm tempted to do another one. I don't know if I want to leave.
Actually, looking at George, you're from the your team. You got Derek Carr. I'm just surprised you didn't pick up any of those real late pieces to go along with him.
Yeah, every time I tried, they were gone.
You had Shaheed, you had Hill, you had Johnson, all those, and Michael Thomas is earlier before any of them, but I skip Michael Thomas normally because I think Shaheed is going to do better anyways. I was surprised you didn't get any of those combos there with Derek Carr.
I think Mahomes, Love, Sam Howell, Brees Hall, Algier, St. Brown, Watson. Pretty good team. I like that one. I think good job. Yeah, I'm being too hard on my team. I think I'm expecting perfection out of it, and I just hate the draft slot so much. But
do.
yeah, but Bijan, Chubb, Chase, Kyle Pitts. I'm feeling okay about it. You know, when there's a couple players that if you just got a couple players, you'd be set.
Did you see that wide receiver crew that I posted to you in IG that I picked up earlier in the draft? You didn't.
I don't remember.
Dude, it's a killer.
Let me queue up a few players real quick. I don't think I'm going to stick around for the second one because it's going to take 45 minutes to go through, but I will jump in another one. Let me just see if I can. Let me see what I need depth-wise. I think I'm okay to let this thing go. So I've queued up.
I kind of feel like in best ball, if you get a late pick, like you got to kind of either reach for your guys or kind of go with a balanced approach, you know?
That's why I took Bijan early. You know, a lot of people thought it was a little early, but like I didn't want to miss out on a guy I want, so I had to take a Dak Prescott. I'm not a Dak Prescott guy. So I'm gonna back out of this one. We're gonna go into the lobby, click on the Superflex big board, hit the enter button, jump in. Oh, this one's only got 2 more to start. Go fast. Go fast. 1 more to start. I'm not going to stay for this whole one anyway, but at least we can deploy another strategy. One more. Who's getting it? Are either of you going to jump in or no? You don't have to.
I think I'm in.
Full. It's full.
Draft starts soon now.
Yeah. What, another underdog?
Yeah. Son of a bee,
Wow,
man.
That's crazy.
I got Ryan right in front of me again.
Same thing, bro.
I got Ryan right in front of me again.
Wow. Aren't you lucky?
That sucks.
Yeah. It's tough. This one I'm definitely not going to stay in the whole time. But we'll do it live. We'll see what's what. Tempted to do the same approach and just see if I hit it different, you know.
What spots you get?
9.
Yeah?
Yeah.
God.
And it's weird because I feel like sometimes when it gives you that bad spot, it gives it to you over and over. And it's like, come on.
Yep. A few times. I've run into that too. And you're just like, get me out of this rut. Put me in, like, at least give me a chance. Like, give me the number 6 and give me a chance.
Whoa, Fields going 1.
Wow.
Woo, doggy.
Absurd.
I've seen him go 1 in a few. I mean, his running capability is just, and plus the way you talk him up, and you saying the Bears are going to the NFC Championship, well, is he worth the number 1?
Well, Smitty's not the only one. A lot of people are saying that.
I mean, if you like him,
yeah, no, I don't mind it. It's just we've seen
you're not going to get him.
We've seen it early. We've seen him go early. That's just the earliest I've seen. I respect it. I'm fine with it. Any of the top 5 quarterbacks are deserving of a top 5 pick.
Yeah, it's all preference.
You have 0 shot, especially when you got, when I got Ryan in here at 8, there's no way if some mistake happens at quarterback that I'm going to land that guy. The question is, like, I don't mind doing what I did in the last draft, but if you don't land...
You're on the last one.
You what?
You're on the clock in this.
That's right. I have a queue. I have a couple players queued, unless they all got taken. But we'll see what happens here. I'm okay going with the non-quarterbacks here. It's a matter of landing the QBs at that 3rd and 4th round pick if they fall. But
you got Gallup.
Gallup, I didn't queue him. I definitely all my queues ran out.
That's who you got for your 19th round pick.
Yeah. Don't worry about me, Ryan. Pick who you want. You're paying good money to be in here.
Yeah.
So.
I think I'll go Lawrence.
Now, if you were
I was
in
thinking
front
about
of me,
going
Ryan, you better
no QB, but
You know, let's go Herbert here. I hate doing it, but I'm going to do it.
You have to.
He's still got a lot of upside. I know we're all pissed at him. We're all very upset at Herbert, but he could still be a top 5 quarterback. He still could be. They just need to do something. Someone super chat Smitty to do another mock. I'm broke, says Thomas. All right, here's another mock draft, broski. I'll drop it in. I'll take the 12 picks so that I can be back to back. All right, here's the mock. Boom, there's the link. Jump in.
I think people forget too about how much everyone loved Herbert at the beginning of last year.
We loved
before
him.
His entire receiving room went down.
Yeah, and he got hurt. So Herbert's got a lot of upside, but it's hard to really like. It's hard to love it's hard to sit there and go, you see a team with Mahomes or Jalen Hurts and you're like, I'm going to war against that team, and Herbert's your first rounder. I like Herbert. I think he can get there. But I really need him to get a JSN at 21 overall. I really need him to get an Addison or Quentin Johnston or somebody with this 21 overall pick. They need to support him. They need to figure out
you know
ways.
what I was thinking was a good video might be who flopped last year that has a good chance of bouncing back this year.
Look at Aaron Rodgers at 14. Yeah, we can definitely put that on the list. Aaron Rodgers at 14. Wow. Maybe I go Kelsey here. That's gonna put me. It's gonna have me chasing wide receiver and running back, but I like Cooper Kupp. Let's try it. Let's get the positional advantage here. So Herbert and Kelsey, I don't know how this is going to shake out. That definitely is an odd combination for me. But that's why we play.
Hey, Smitty, did you see that Jahmyr Gibbs was the Eagles are interested in him?
Yeah, and as they should be, because he's
where would you shoot him up your rankings if he does go to the Eagles? Like, how far up would you be willing to draft him?
Top of 4. I mean, if I'd reassess if he climbed into round 3. I'd definitely talk about it. I don't want to suggest that and make people start reaching for him. But top of 4, he's at the bottom of 4 right now, kind of a steal in round 5. But 4.1 is certainly within the realm of possibility immediately if you landed in a good place like that. Charbonnet too. If Charbonnet goes to Philly or Chicago, Charbonnet could become the 1.2 over Gibbs. If Gibbs falls into a murky situation.
Do you also like Condre Miller? I hope I'm saying the guy's name right. Condre Miller. They said that the Bills are taking a visit with him, from the running back from TCU.
Yeah, he's really good. He's one of the. I think he's my running back 4. Or no, running back 5. I've got Bijan, Gibbs, Charbonnet. Well, Gibbs and Charbonnet are neck and neck. It just depends on landing spot. Sean Tucker. And then really Kendre Miller's in that fight for that next spot. He just didn't go to the combine. There's a lot of reason to be concerned. Sean Tucker as well. But Sean Tucker did those private workouts and looked pretty good. But
you got to start the mock draft.
Those guys are those more like dynasty guys than redraft guys? Are those guys that you keep in mind for a following year or something, or maybe towards the end of the draft or anything
what
like
guys?
that?
What guys?
Those guys, the 2 guys that you just talked about, Condre Miller and I think the Sean guy that you just said. Are those guys more like dynasty guys, or do they have any redraft value?
They have a lot of redraft value if they land in the right spot. But yeah, if they land in the right spot, that's the double-edged sword. If they land in the right spot, everybody knows they're coming, and then they rise up everybody's rankings. If they're under the radar guys, that means they didn't land in a good spot. So if they become known, they're going to go higher. If they aren't known, then they didn't have a good landing spot. But there could be somewhere in between, a crafty landing spot. And if there's a crafty landing spot, then we'll have to play it by ear. But hold on one second, let me just go through. I've got Herbert and Kelsey. This should work out pretty well. I was kind of worried about what was going to fall to me, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. Kirk Cousins just went. What quarterbacks are there? Man, I mean, there's some decent ones.
I think what's crazy too is how like they're saying now that Bryce Young he could go to the Carolina Panthers.
He should.
At first it was like but now it's Bryce Young. I think that's interesting.
He should go to the number 1 overall. He should. I think he's the best quarterback.
Yeah, that way the Panthers get Stroud and Jason. Or not the Panthers, the Texans. I mean.
All right, so my team so far: Herbert, Breece Hall, Travis Kelce.
That's not a bad start.
Yeah, for the 9 spot, I'm actually pretty okay with that.
That's a pretty good team.
I mean, I've definitely. Who else is on the phone here? We got Ryan, we got Ron, we got Steven, we got George from the Bay. Okay, George, what?
Hey,
yeah.
That team I posted you earlier. Do you know what spot I was in? I was in the 9 spot.
Oh yeah. Oh,
listen to my. I was in the 9 spot. I ended up with Cousins, Carr, Mayfield, and White. But my receivers, I ended up with Jefferson, Olave, London, Watson, Pickens, Osborne, and Shaheed.
Nice
that was
work.
my receivers ended up from the 9th spot.
Nice work. I'm going to try doing wide receiver in this mock draft. I don't know that I'm going to like my team. But I went Lamb, A.J. Brown, and I just want to test it out to see what's what. So everybody knows I'm doing some work in the lab here. This is okay.
Speaking of the Eagles backfield, I'm thinking that Gainwell retains the starting spot if they don't draft a running back, and he might be a good value in 5th, 6th, whatever round.
Metcalf. Metcalf or Henry? Why have I drafted Henry twice tonight? I don't even like Henry.
You probably didn't take Metcalf.
I was gonna go Metcalf. I was gonna go Metcalf, and then I just said to myself, "This is a swing for the fences team anyway." I've drafted Henry twice tonight, and I'm like so against it. But this is a swing for the fences team anyway, and I feel like in best ball, even if I get let's say he gets traded to Buffalo, I still feel like there's potential movement for Henry. Let's say he goes to, wherever. I feel like Henry, 10 games, best ball. You don't have to determine whether to start him or not. He's either on the field or not. Maybe this Kelsey, Henry, Breece Hall, Herbert team ends up doing something. It feels good. I would have liked DK, but I don't know. I had the instinct that just went, do it.
I know if you were going to ask Ron Navy, he would have told you to draft Derrick Henry.
You know what, though? I should have just taken ETN. He was still there.
I've drafted a few Henry, but I haven't drafted Henry a lot.
I haven't either.
I've probably drafted DK more than Henry.
Tonight's Derrick Henry night, I guess, for me. But I'm going to revert back to no Henry tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna. This is like a bender. I'm on a Derrick Henry bender tonight. We're gonna revert.
No Derrick Henry. No Derrick Henry.
No Derrick Henry. You gotta mix up your bag. You can't have it. Ron, I do it too. I've just read off 4 or 5 teams tonight where Camaro was on all of them and Kyle Pitts was on all of them. But you have the same problem. We both do. You're always having Cousins. You're always like we need to have a, and I'm sure we do, but we need to have a mixed bag.
No, I don't always have Cousins. I don't always have Cousins. I have. See, and the thing is like us drafting like together. It's a totally different draft when we're drafting
that's
against
true.
strangers.
That's true.
It's a totally different type of.
It is a tougher, like, just so you know.
Well, I told you I got all the top receivers in position from 9, but that's not drafting with our people. Drafting with our people, you can never.
Yeah, just so you know, I draft a lot without you guys, and because I have to offset the bad drafts that I do with you guys because you snipe the hell out of everything. So it is true. Like the best drafts I have are never with you guys usually.
My city.
I'm on deck here. This might be one of my better. Ryan.
I know. I was gonna go Ridley, but
this guy Ryan, I swear, Ryan, you probably might be responsible for this team not winning it all now.
Reading your mind.
London, great.
Good God, Ryan.
Sorry, Smitty.
Like Christian Watson was like 7 wide receivers down. And this guy steps in and just snipes him for me. Ryan, I'm going to get you on this next pick. You're going to pay.
Time we'll play back anyways.
Yeah.
Who was it last time you got?
Now, why do I got to be paired right next to Ryan in both drafts too? It's like you.
Kismet.
That's right. I took Anthony Richardson, and I'm going to be fine with that. I think he's going to do pretty well from a fantasy football perspective. Even if he's, some people are saying that he won't start right away. That's a bunch of BS. Okay, I got no RBs. Guys, I got no RBs. Nick Chubb is there.
In reality, Smitty, everybody's taking in your content, and so your content pretty much gives people the roadmap, so they already know the players you like, and of course, we like those same players because we listen to your content.
You guys are too smart.
Of course, you're going to get sniped because we're all going after the same players because they're moon men, they're Mars men, they're we talk about them all the time in every show.
Yeah, well, what if one of these days I decide I'm done, I'm retiring, and I'm just going to come in and just put the worst advice out just so I can have a real good year.
That's so fucked up.
Just going to let it all burn, right?
Ada's here in here talking crap. Smitty, Ron has only 90% exposure to Cousins, not only 100. Just like Ada's attendance in the early show, the prime show, the 7 o'clock show that he missed the other day. And why did he miss that show? Because he was somewhere else doing a big board draft, weren't you, Ada? You couldn't make it to the show because you were doing a big board draft. Yeah, I know. I got eyes everywhere, Ada.
Ron's tattletaling. Hey, what do you guys think of this squad here from the 9-hole? Herbert, Anthony Richardson, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Drake London, Travis Kelce.
I like it.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's good.
I would have had Watson and Drake London if it weren't for Ryan, but at the end of the day, Ryan may have saved
Watson
me.
and Drake London.
You what?
You took Drake London right underneath me on the way back. So
Well, because I knew you would
you
would take him if he was sitting there.
Oh yeah, in a second.
But Anthony Richardson and Drake London might prove to be, the saving grace of this team. So maybe you ended up saving me, Ryan. We'll have to see. Yeah.
Actually,
hold on real quickly, Ron.
after Adam. Okay.
Hold on one second. Just to this comment right here, that's a way better team than last draft. And you know what? In a humble in a humble way, you got to be able to look at that stuff and not think, oh, my drafts are always the best. I'm always going to get everything to land perfectly. Like, this is a deployment from essentially the same pick. Did I have the 9 pick last time or the 10?
10.
I think I had the 10. So essentially
10.
the same draft slot, though. But it's like sometimes it's going to work. Sometimes it's going to fall better. Like, this is a way better draft than my first draft. My first draft felt like trash. But
Well, to be fair, Jamar Chase went right before you picked Herbert, so you probably would have took Chase again, right?
no, Herbert or Lawrence, I was going to force this time to see if the team was better. And the bottom line is this, man. As much as I'm still going to tell you to win a league, to dominate and crush your opponent, you literally have the advantage getting pick 1 through 5, 1 through 6, because you want to have Fields or Burrow or anything above. But if you don't get picks 1 through 5 or 1 through 6, I've drafted several times trying the no quarterback in round 1. I'm okay not doing it in round 2, and that's kind of the discussion of the night. I don't want to force a quarterback in round 2. I just don't. Not in Superflex. I don't. I never probably will. It's not a good strategy. But I am probably getting on board with the idea of saying that if you don't get Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, or Lamar, you're in a really bad spot. If Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, or Aaron Rodgers and Carr, if you don't get like those guys later. And I almost got Aaron Rodgers in that other draft, and it would have been great. And, Ryan, it's no problem. You draft who you want to draft. I don't want you to feel bad. But Ryan sniped Aaron Rodgers, and that ruined the entire draft. So it's like you can't always execute it properly, but sometimes you can from the 10-11. But this team is a lot better than my other one. I'm saying that as humbly as I can. The other one felt like trash compared to this one. Feels pretty good. I feel like I got the.
So you think after Herbert, there's a pretty big drop off at the quarterback. So there's no point in really taking him in round 1.
I think there's no point taking him in round 1 or 2, but you're also having to luck out, though, which is a better chance of lucking out than forcing like Dak. And, Watson's okay in the second round if you were to, like, Dak or Watson's okay. Like, if you were to go Chase or Jefferson in round 1 and get Dak or Watson, it's okay, but I just don't think it's going to win. This team's going to have a tough time winning. I need Herbert to rebound to a top 4 quarterback for me to win. Which it could happen, Lawrence could be top 5 quarterback. Lamar could be a top 5 quarterback, and Herbert could be. I don't think Watson can be. Dak has been there before, but I'm okay with it in round 2. But man, I mean, this was a tough. It's a tough draw. Now, what's Ryan gonna do here?
Yeah, he's probably gonna snipe you again.
Pittman, okay.
I want to address Ada's comment of him thinking that I'm like 90% Cousins. In the original big board, all right, in the original big board that I did 114 drafts in, I only had 37% share of Cousins. The player that I had the most shares of, it's not even a quarterback. It's Zach Charbonnet at 86%.
Yeah.
Is my highest exposed player.
Oh, I timed out on Waller. Dang it. Hold on a second, Ron. Hopkins.
Yep.
I need a running back.
Yeah, but Ron, you're not taking Cousins as your number 1 quarterback.
No, not normally. No, I take him as a backup. But I mean, I have more exposure to Kenny Pickett in the regular big board than I do Kirk Cousins. I have Charbonnet. He's my highest exposure. Pickens is my next highest. He 8. And then, you all know I've been big on Scott, and I've been picking him at the end of drafts, and he's at 70%. Gibbs, I got 64%. Tucker, 55%. Zay Flowers, 48%. Christian Watson, 47%. So, yeah, I mean, they're all.
Ron, I know you're a Steelers fan, Ron, but do you really think the Steelers' offense is going to take that big of a jump?
Yes, I do. I really do. I honestly do, because we started it last year towards the end of the season. We almost made the playoffs. If Miami would have won that game against the Jets, I think it was, or if the Jets would have won, I forget which team I needed to win, but Pittsburgh would have made it in there.
I think that winning streak at the end of the year was based on their defense. Their defense is lights out, but I don't think the offense is that good yet.
No, it is because at the end, that's when Najee started really getting into his own, and of course I knew it. Everybody knew it was going to be a learning year to pick it.
Hey, who do you guys like better? I know Ron's answer to this, but who you like better on the clock right now or will be? I've got Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Travis Kelce. Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Travis Kelce. Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Herbert, Anthony Richardson. So I could go Pacheco here. I could go Mike Evans. I could go George Pickens.
Whoa, that's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Pacheco has a second year, huge year.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go George. I'm gonna go George Pickens here. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like because I didn't go wide receiver till. You what?
It's just hard to trust KC with the running back.
Yeah, I agree with Rock Out. Rock Out, welcome. I haven't even heard Rock Out. I think maybe you haven't talked yet. Rock Out, what do you think of this team so far?
See. What's the team again?
Okay, so it's on screen now. If you can't see it, I'll read it off. Herbert, Anthony Richardson, Superflex. So Herbert, Richardson. Breece Hall, Derrick Henry. Drake London, McLaurin, Pickens, Kelce.
Not bad. I like it better than the last team.
The first one was hard. I was trying to justify it. I'll be honest. I mean, let's go look at it real quick. Maybe I keep thinking I hate it, and then I look at it, and I'm like, I'm a little hard on my team. My team was okay. Superflex draft, the last one. No, that's not it. Russell Wilson, Bryce Young, Bijan Chubb, Charbonnet, Chase, Evans, Kyle Pitts. Yeah, this one crushes it. Just being real. Just being real. This team feels a lot better. My wide receivers are pretty good. I mean, McLaurin's a little tough to trust, but I still really like him. I still think he's very much capable of being a top 12 wide receiver. Pickens could be a top 12 wide receiver. Drake London could be a top 7 or 8 wide receiver. Kelce obviously will, unless he gets hurt, be the number 1 tight end and a huge difference maker. Breece Hall and Henry, obviously a lot depends on Henry. Herbert, it's got to be top 4, but it could be one of those teams. Definitely don't love him anywhere close to my teams where I have a top 5 pick, but
Who was asking me about Pittsburgh on here? Who was asking me about that?
George,
you got IG, George? Instagram?
No, I don't use Instagram.
Well, here's the thing. Pittsburgh signed 2 massive, huge. One from Philadelphia, offensive guards. So they're going to open up huge holes for Najee, and we're going to probably draft in the first round with our 17th pick. That it's looking pretty good that we're going to draft that big tackle out of Georgia. Is what they're talking highly about. So, yeah, our offensive line is going to be so much improved from last year to this year. And you got Pickett's second year. He learned a lot last year. It was a growing year. Ups and downs, that's to be expected. And I think they put it all together this year. And their defense, they've even done great work on their defense. They took their 2 inside linebackers that were guys that went out to the edges and replaced them with 2 inside linebackers that are just going to crush it this year. So, yeah, I have a lot of faith in
I like Pittsburgh's upside. I mean, there's a lot of upside. I think Pickens is going to be Pickett needs to develop the way that Ron hopes he will and thinks he will. and he could. If Pickett steps up big time and Pickett to Pickens becomes a regular thing, and that gives Najee room to run, it's really going to, I think, lean upon the offense. The defense is obviously going to have some good success, but they'll have even more success if they can move the football. But Pittsburgh's in a good position. They're just one of those like teams that a lot of people aren't going to give a lot of credit. They're not like the sexy pick, but they certainly can be that tough team. Like the Jaguars were kind of that way last year. They were exciting though. They were very exciting, but they were very much like the people wrote them off, but they were just grit, tough team. I feel like that's the way the Steelers will be. I just took Javonte, and I kind of like that combination because I've got Derrick Henry, who I'm not counting on. I think he'll have a great start to the year, but he could drop off. Javonte's going to pick up, I think, mid-season, and so that's like a good counterbalance. I think maybe I'm almost on the clock
high
again.
Risk, It's a high risk, high reward thing.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Oh man, here I go again. I can't help myself.
Come on.
You know what I'm doing? 10th round.
Do it.
No, take somebody else. Change
Look-
it up. Force your.
I can't. Ryan's gonna take him. I got to do it. Herbert,
Absolutely,
Anthony
I was going
Richardson.
to. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do now with 17 seconds.
See, I knew. See what I said? He was gonna take him right then. Herbert, Anthony Richardson, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Javonte Williams, Alvin Kamara. That's a fantastic running
Oh
room.
God.
That's
Kamara's going to end up. Going to do none of you any good at all.
well,
Thanks, Smitty, for that, because now you've got to deal with him not playing.
but Ron, if
Look,
Kamara,
do we really think the NFL is going to suspend him? I don't think so. I really don't.
4 to 6 games.
4 to
That-
6 games.
He's not. He's probably not missing more than 4 to 6 games. The NFL doesn't care. He's going to plead to the misdemeanor conspiracy charge. But look at the wide receivers: Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Pickens, Travis Kelce, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Javonte Kamara, Herbert, Anthony Richardson. I'm feeling pretty good about this team.
Yeah.
Plus, Kamara was junk last year. Even when he did play, he was junk.
Yeah, but the offense was pretty bad.
Yeah, I think with Derek Carr, it's going to be way, way better this year.
I think so.
Back to the Pittsburgh talk, I think one of the big things about Pittsburgh, obviously what makes them so good is Tomlin is a great coach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Let's swing away from Pittsburgh for just a little bit. Anthony Richardson going to golf. We don't really know. Whoops. We don't really know if he's going to go to a team at 3 that trades with the Cardinals, like the Titans or I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Where do you guys think Anthony Richardson's going to be?
Indy.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be a great spot for him. It depends on if anybody trades up to 3. That's the thing.
I think someone will. But man, if Indy gets him, that's a steal. That's an absolute steal.
What do you think about whoever ends up with Hooker? I mean, Hooker coming off that injury, if he could, there's talk that Detroit could take Hooker later on in the draft.
I like him, man.
Yeah, red shirt, let him sit for a whole year.
Yeah.
I like Hooker a lot.
He'll probably end up
Like 2nd, 3rd round.
No, Hooker's going around 1, I think.
Round 1?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, so you seen ESPN's mock draft where they had Bijan?
Bro, they've had Bijan in the top 10. They've had Bijan at 26 to Dallas. They've had him go 22. Like, they've had Bijan. And specifically, what's his name? What's that guy's name?
Mel Kiper.
Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper's had him 9, and then Mel Kiper's had him 26, weeks apart. It's a clown show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever.
All the guys that do those mock drafts are just stupid.
Yeah.
It's hard to do them. What'd
Maybe
you
a
say?
while.
What'd you say, Rock Out?
Today they had Bijan going to Detroit at 18.
Bijan going to Detroit at 18. You know, we
God,
talk about it though. The way that could happen, would be that they trade Swift after that. So it wouldn't shock me, but they would have to trade Swift. But they could take Bijan at 18. If he fell, they'd be dumb not to. And we've talked about this before. That's like no new idea. They just have to trade Swift. And there'd be interest in trading for Swift. And he, you know, I could see him going to like Buffalo or Philly or Chicago, you know, somewhere like that. I think there's some teams that would definitely be interested. It's
Well,
just
what
a matter.
about that news? What about that news today where the Falcons traded for Okudah? Right, a lot of the mock drafts had Falcons taking a corner. So now that they traded for Okudah, the Falcons could take Bijan at 8.
Yeah, we definitely kind of like hope that would happen. Falcon. I mean, I hate that for Algier, but bottom line is these three are the best. This is what we used to call, or I used to call, the Bijan row, because it was literally 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 straight picks that were all potential. You know, and still until Monty, you know, went to the Lions, it was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 straight teams, 5 straight teams that were totally capable of taking him. And now he's kind of since fallen out of all of those, the likelihood of all those, but he still could go there. Hold on 1 second. Let me draft real quick. I'm on the clock.
And what the Falcons are doing with their defense is just crazy.
Well, boys, we only got 14 days and a wake up, and we're going to get our answer.
Yep.
14 days and a wake up, and we have our answer.
Yep. It's gonna fly by.
All right, so
But it's going
I feel
in
pretty
a
good.
way, it's going to be sad. We're all waiting for the draft, right? But it's so much fun pre-draft talking about all these players. Once the draft happens, that goes away, and then we got to move on to talking about where they landed and all that. But this pre-one, it's a lot of fun. It's so much fun just speculating. And once the draft happens, all this is over, and we got to wait till next year.
That's why I love the offseason more than anything. My favorite day of the year is January 1. Like, that's when I crank all the new content out. It's just a new season for me, regardless of whether the Super Bowl is passed or not. I don't care. January 1, it's all 2024 for me. Like, I'll get so amped about 2024 content. It's my favorite time of year. I hate when the season starts, believe it or not. Like, it's the grind is different. The requirement for my content changes. Like, then it's like everyone's expecting add drop content, then it's buy low sell high, which I enjoy a lot of that, but it's like it's structured, and right now I get to do whatever I want. Piece of breaking news happens, I just go live on that piece of news, and I can still do all that, but it's like it's a lot harder when you have to stick this like regimen of content that people expect at that moment. And I love the off season. It's fantastic.
You know what this
Are you
draft
gonna-
reminds me of? Go ahead, Ron.
Alive for the time of the draft committee?
What do I look like, Ron? What do I look like? I'll be honest. Do I look like an imbecile? Only an imbecile wouldn't be alive during the entire NFL draft. We are definitely going to be live.
The entire draft, all 7 rounds.
Well, the entire first day for sure. Maybe the entire second.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I know. I'm
That's
kidding.
what I'm asking.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I'll be live probably well before the first round starts, and live the entire first round, and then I'll probably be live for round 2, and then I imagine that's it. I don't know that I'll be live for round 3 and 4.
Because I know it's going to happen. We're going to. I want to see it live. I want to see the Smitty rant live when a team messes up a pick.
Oh, you'll see it.
I want to see this rant live.
You'll see it live. It'll be
Smitty's
live.
gonna be ranting because Bijan keeps slipping.
I'm gonna be like Tom Cruise. I'll be standing on my chair and I'll be like, why how is Bijan falling? Why? What are these teams doing? They're idiots.
What are they looking at?
I am gonna be upset. I'm definitely there's gonna be a level of me being upset. I for sure believe that's to be.
I think there'll be parts of it.
You think that we'll see Aaron Rodgers trade during the draft? Because I guess they're saying that the Jets could be waiting for like the day one of the NFL draft to make a trade. That was like their like reports or something like that.
I think there's two things going on. The Packers, like I said, there's $40.3 million owed to Aaron Rodgers, or not owed to Aaron Rodgers. That's the dead cap hit essentially that the Packers are taking on if he's traded before June 1. But you got to trade him before June 1 if you want 2023 draft capital. So it's a tough spot to be in for the Packers because they either got to take their lump sum dead cap hit at 40 mil in 1 year, or they can trade him after June 1 and they can spread it out. It'll be like 15 mil for 2023. It'll be 24 mil for 2024. So there's a lot of contractual reasons to hold off, but I think ultimately they want the draft capital. I think ultimately this gets done before draft day because I think both teams want to know what's going on, and both teams have to prepare too. You know, and the leverage is not as great as people say for the Green Bay Packers just because they hold the cards. Aaron Rodgers just decided where he wants to go, and they're trading him there. So how much leverage do they really have? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I agree.
You know, the guy said, "Trade me to the Jets," and they're like, "Yes, sir." You know, like their leverage is there to a degree, but they're literally trading him exactly where he wants. So, you know, Aaron Rodgers has the most leverage.
Yeah. I think it would be kind of cool if we did see like some type of trades like in the draft. I can't really think of too many, but I know like one of like the big ones was when Randy Moss got traded to like the Patriots. Other than that, I don't really think that there was that many like during like the draft that you got like breaking news from like an actual like player getting traded. It's usually just like picks. So I think it'd be pretty interesting to see like a player get traded during the draft.
Yeah. I think the 3 pick will be traded on draft day. I think a lot of these teams.
Who do you think is going to trade up to 3 though? Tennessee.
I mean, the Falcons, they seem to love Ritter, but it could be smoke. The Titans are definitely in the cards to, no pun intended, trade with the Cards to get the number 3 pick. And this would allow them to get Bijan too. Like if the Cardinals wanted Bijan Robinson, you trade with the Tennessee Titans, you get draft capital somewhere else or a player, whatever, and you take Bijan at 11. If the Cardinals and Gannon take Bijan at 11 and get that draft capital from the trade down, I'll be really impressed with my Cardinals.
Yeah, they do need a running back.
And I think they wait because teams are a little gun shy to give up what the Cardinals are going to ask for prior to knowing who is there. So once I think we're on the clock there and it's Anthony Richardson for sure, or it's, you know, not to mention what if one of these guys goes out and gets hurt and then now there's just 2 of them left and you gave up the world for it. So I think teams are just a little bit gun shy about going to 3 because 3 is not necessarily 2 and 1 are just so different. But yeah, Derrick Henry getting traded, Scorp's right on draft day. That could happen. I do think Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, or Austin Eckler, one of the 3 will get traded before draft day or on draft day, which will be exciting. That'll be extremely exciting.
This is my dream scenario for the Bengals. I think the Bengals need to trade up and get Bijan. That would just be the best draft day trade ever.
They're not, though. I mean, I'm not saying it's not exciting, but McCaffrey, Mahomes, Higgins, Pittman, McLaurin, Javonte. It's interesting from the 1 pick. Let me review these teams real quick, guys. Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Hurts, Aaron Jones, Gibbs. That's good. Chase, Burrow, St. Brown, Swift, Pitts, Rashad White. We haven't seen Rashad White crack the 6th round for a while in a mock draft. Not saying it's right or wrong, just JT, ETN, Metcalf, Hawkinson, Pickens, Geno, Barkley, Fields, Olave. Fields is early at 2.8. Barkley, Fields, Olave, Moore, Charbonnet, Okonkwo. It's a pretty interesting squad. Golf has Kupp, Adams, Najee, Keenan, Lamar, and Kittle. And then hold on, let me go Let me go to my pick over here. I'm on the clock. So my team so far, guys, I got Herbert, Anthony Richardson, Mike White. I've got Breece Hall, Henry, Javonte, Kamara, Sean Tucker. I've got Drake London, McLaurin, George Pickens, Addison, Sky Moore, and Kelsey. I feel like it's really, really well-rounded. I'm going to go Gardner Minshew. All right, let me get back. You what?
In the draft, I picked Minshew in the first draft we had.
The 7 spot, Henry, Breece Hall. That's the highest we've seen Henry go. He's usually in round 2. Breece Hall is usually in 3. So kind of some reach in there. Devontae Smith, Debo, Ridley, Lance. A little bit of reaching going on, but I mean, it's still a good team, honestly. I mean, it still could be top 6. Imagine if you didn't reach it all. Kelsey, Waddle, Pollard, Lawrence, Flowers is extremely high, Lopez. I haven't seen Zay Flowers go up 5.8 in a redraft, I think, ever. That's really high. Jamal Williams feels a little high at 6.5. I don't think we've seen Jamal go in that's top 6 rounds. Little reaching, but not everyone's fault because they haven't updated this ADP, so it's suggesting the wrong stuff to everybody, and everybody's drafting players all over the place. Bijan Walker, Herbert's early at 3.9. You don't have to take Herbert, and he's not a round 3 quarterback. I know Brian in here is going to get upset over that. I'm going to leave over the slander. It's not slander. It's just he doesn't, as much as I hope he does return to form at some point, he doesn't belong in round 3. He just does not. I'm going to go Dalton Kincaid here and get a QB in this super flex. I'll go back to this super flex in a minute. So Bijan,
who's running that offense? Who's running that offense with the Chargers this year? Because I know they lost the coordinator again, right?
Yeah.
Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is running it. The guy from.
Yeah. So Moore's pretty good for it, I think. I think Moore's going to be pretty good.
I don't think Pollard's going to escape the draft.
You don't think Pollard what?
I don't think he's going to escape the draft. I think that Dallas is going to get somebody like Bijan or Charbonnet. I just got that weird feeling.
Let's hope not, bro. Let's hope not. Maybe they get Bigsby or something, and I'm fine with that. But so Bijan Walker, Herbert's way too early. London's fantastic, but almost could get him maybe at that 5.9 in a non-sniping scenario. Monty, Pierce. It's so weird now that I see Monty. Thank God Flounder called in and recanted his Swift over Monty, because I don't know if I would have let my Flounder bias make me not be honest about my now retreating a little bit thinking on Monty. I like Monty. I just don't know that I feel good about like high 5th round value right now. I don't. Flounder got so mad at me because I liked Monty over Swift. Even though I said I like both of them. It just depends on where you get them. But now I'm just not feeling Monty yet. I like Monty. I really do. I'm rooting for him. I just need to see him. I need to see him out there, I think, what it is. I think until I see him in the offense, I'm just a little skeptical. But that, bro, Mellow Yellow, you got a really good squad there, though. You know, Pierce in round 6. I mean, Bijan Walker in London, a fantastic trio. If Herbert does bounce back to form and is a top 4, top 5 quarterback, it's going to be a great team. Diggs, Allen.
Monty Bolter's a lot of touchdowns, though.
Yeah, it's so hard to know what Monty's going to do. I'm rooting for him, though. But I'm just saying, like, when the signing first happened, I was pretty excited about it, and I don't know why I need to see it. I'm just a wait and see mode. That's all. I don't think I'm down on him. I'm not predicting bust. It's just seeing him in the 5th round. I'm not feeling great. I'm not feeling it yet.
They gave him 3 years, $18 million. So they obviously trust him.
Yeah, but I just need to see it. Diggs, Allen, Dalvin Cook is too early in round 3, but that's not your fault because it's telling you to take him there, and he's not going there. He's a steal later, maybe, but he's a risk is one of the bigger risks you can take in round 3. Andrews, Mike Evans, Hopkins, very good team all in all, though, bro. You did a good job. And Brian's team, Justin Herbert, Tyreek, Eckler, Stevenson, Jacobs, Cooper, Kirk. It's a pretty good squad. And then mine was, I forget where did I time out on Waller? I forget. Lamb, A.J. Brown. I went wide receiver to try it out. Chubb, Christian Watson, Darren Waller. I timed out. Alvin Kamara. Not bad. I don't love that team. All right, let's get to I'm on the clock. I said I wouldn't go through another draft, and here I am going through the entire second draft. I got Kincaid and Kelsey. I got Drake London, McLaurin, George Pickens, Jordan Addison, Sky Moore, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Javonte Kamara, Sean Tucker. I think I'm going to go Jelani Woods. What do I need here, Ron? I got 4 quarterbacks. Anthony Richardson, Herbert, Mike White, Gardner Minshew. I've got 5 running backs. I've got 5 wide receivers and 3 tight ends. My wide receivers are steady. My running backs feel pretty steady. Although Javonte...
Is Alex Pierce on there? Is he available?
I don't think so.
You could stack with Gardner. But, yeah.
I don't know what I need, though, position-wise. I guess I could go...
Quarterback.
Would you feel comfortable at Kelsey, Kincaid, and Woods, or...
Yeah, Woods is that big. He's the other big one. He's the other big.
But are you liking 3 tight ends in this format?
I like at least 3, at minimum 3, if not 4.
Yeah. I might go... I know what I'm going to do.
But, I mean, with Kelsey, you got, like, the top tight end of everything, so...
Yeah, I think Kincaid's the best rookie tight end coming out.
I went Darnell Washington, so I got Darnell Washington, Jelani Woods, both 6'7". I got Dalton Kincaid. I got Travis Kelce. I think I'm set at tight end now. I have Herbert, Anthony Richardson, Mike White, and Gardner Minshew. I'm probably good at quarterback. I think I'm going to take 1 running back and 1 wide receiver just to balance out these 2 rooms. And then I think I'm good. I'm curious to know
who's your running backs? You got Hall, Henry.
I got Breece Hall.
Okay.
Yeah. Kamara, Sean Tucker. My wide receivers are Drake London, McLaurin, George Pickens, Addison, Sky Moore. I think I need 1 of each. I'll go running back, wide receiver.
You got 6 wide receivers right now?
Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you want at least 6 wide receivers.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1 wide receiver and 1 running back. That'll be balanced. That'll be pretty good.
You're only starting 2 of them. So.
Yeah.
And then one does, but you're going to throw 1 into your regular flex spot. And possibly 1, if none of your quarterbacks do good in that super flex spot, then you'll just throw in your top point getter in your super flex. So you should be good.
Definitely got thin, man. Jeez.
Yeah, well, you got all those. There's still a lot of players there. It's just like in the regular big board, you went down further to find those players in the 20 round because you didn't need the the 2 quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was taking in the big board, like this one, I was thinking a lot more of the Scotts and the Ford Wheatons and the receivers and the running backs that were further down. But in Superflex, it's harder to take those players because you just run out of spots.
Ryan, who you taking here?
I think I'm just going Ertz.
Zach
Fourth tight end in there.
I am going to go Darius Slayton. It's a pretty
I was looking at him too, but
decent.
I took a bunch of receivers early.
Yeah, decent end of the bench. I think the next player I go, I don't know if we got anybody else in here that can snipe me if I say this out loud, but I think the next, I'm going to go running back. The next player that I want is probably going to go Deuce Vaughn. Such a small dude, but I think he's literally going to be, aside from like one guy that like never really played, he played like 1 year. Deuce Vaughn will be the shortest player I think in NFL history to be a any sort of regular, if he is able to be a regular player. But he's a tiny guy. He is a small man. He didn't look that small though on the field during the combine, and you'd see him next to other players. He looked pretty stout, so it was very weird. It was very deceptive. I remember thinking, okay, when I see Deuce Vaughn, I'm going to be disappointed in him. He's going to be too small or whatever. But like during the combine, you couldn't really tell. I mean, he looked a little short, but it didn't feel like, oh my God, there's that tiny man on the field. It felt like dude was pretty, Steven, okay.
He's only 5'5". That's crazy.
Yeah, he's really short, man. He's 5'5". I want to. That's got to be. I mean, if I ever met him and hugged him, I'd probably put my chin on his head. Like, hey, hey, Deuce. Hey, you're the size of a deuce. Come here. Just get him in a little headlock. He's tiny. He's tiny. 5'5". I mean, that's my 11-year-old's almost taller than him. Okay, Deuce Vaughn, let's do it. Short guy bust, let's go.
He'll probably go undrafted.
Maybe. There's a lot of teams that like him. It's very Darren Sproles-like. But yeah, he feels like the kind of guy that will slip past everybody. And you're like, wow, everyone liked him and they just let him go. But he'll get signed right away.
Yeah.
All right, 5 seconds. Last 10, 15 seconds. George from the Bay, hit me with your final thoughts, and I'm out of here.
Final thoughts. I think today with that trade from Atlanta getting Nakuda, I think Atlanta's going to be a top 3 defense next season. And, I hope they get Bijan.
Can you imagine if they were smart and they went and got Lamar?
Oh, my God.
No offense. Smart organization in some sense.
They really believe in Ritter. I mean, I don't know. That's their guy.
Smart organization in some sense, and they did very, very well. Like at times last year, they lost a lot of close games. They played really hard. They've got London, they've got Kyle Pitts, they've got Algier. They clearly do well drafting. There's a lot of intelligence going on over there. But like, when it comes to making like a big quarterback decision, they were trying to get Watson. That didn't work out. And then at the end of the day, they don't feel Lamar's worth more than Watson. It's pretty ridiculous when you think about it. And they've got a ton of potential if Lamar lands on that roster to be a playoff contending team right away. Not a year away, in year one. This is with that defense, with London and Pitts and Algier, they would be a playoff team immediately.
Well, I love that they got Jesse Bates, the safety. They also picked up the cornerback, Mike Hughes. So they're going to be a good defense. They're going to be tough.
Ryan's team, Trevor Lawrence, Geno, Baker, Malik Willis, JT Walker, Brian Robinson, Christian Watson, DJ Moore, Michael Pittman, Quentin Johnson, Dallas Goedert. Not bad. What did it score you at? It always gives me the worst scores. 3,000. Look at me, 2,200. They think this team is trash. I like it. Kelsey, Kincaid, Jelani, Darnell Washington. Pickens, McLaurin, Drake London, Addison, Sky Moore, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Javonte, Kamara, Justin Herbert, Anthony Richardson. I feel really good about it. I think it's the best I could have done in the circumstances being in the 9 pick. Pretty good squad. This number 1 overall team. Fields, Love, Harris, Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Charbonnet. This feels like the Fantasy Football Show member. He's got, who is this? Is this our guy? Swan. Who's Swan? That's our guy. He has to be. He's got Kmet. He's got Fields. He's got Garrett Wilson and Lamb. He's got Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got Charbonnet. He's got Jordan Love. I mean, this is an all Smitty team. Swan, good job. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you. Who was just talking? Was that George from the Bay?
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, right on. Thanks, Smitty.
Later.
Cheers, Smitty.
Yeah, who is that?
It's just Steven. Because I know you're leaving, so I was just gonna say you have a good one, man. I was gonna ask you about if Odell's ADP changed after he got signed to the Ravens, but
I'm sure.
if you want, could continue in like tomorrow's video or something.
Yeah,
I'll try to remind the dad.
I don't think
trying to fly out of here.
I don't think we'll know where his ADP is yet. We got to give it some time, but certainly he's going to climb, but probably to a dumb value. Like, I don't know. I'm not taking him. He's a wide receiver. I don't even think I'd feel great unless I built my team a certain way to put him in my wide receiver 3 spot. Like, he'd have to be a bench guy to me. But if
does that change it? If let's say if they get Lamar, do you think that you didn't get changes? Like, do you move them up, or is that just like overall?
That's assuming Lamar's there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, broski. Appreciate you. Call him tomorrow.
All right, no problem, man. You get your sleep, man. That way we can talk to you tomorrow, man. You have a good one.
Later. Rock out. Final words.
Appreciate it, Smitty. See ya.
Later, pal. See you tomorrow. Call in tomorrow. Ryan, final words.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the time, Smitty, and get ready for Tampa Baker. I got a good feeling about him.
Tampa Baker, really? Baker,
Yes,
Baker,
sir.
Tampa Maker. Yeah, we talked about it. He might do better than we all expect. Remember, we made fun of Tua pretty hardcore. So
Yeah, I've been getting him as my QB3 in these super flexes.
yeah, that's fine.
Pretty late.
Baker's
I'm liking that.
Yeah, get Baker and get Trask. If you get both of them as your QB3 and Superflex, that ain't bad.
Right on.
All
Cool.
right, man.
Thanks, Smitty.
Yeah, appreciate you. Later. Ron Navy, final thoughts.
Hey, it was fun. Got into one of them. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Ron.
Always fun. Mac.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Peace
Tomorrow
out.
it already is tomorrow, so I'll see you later today.
See you later today.
Peace.
But Double A, appreciate you being here. Double A says peace. And Chicken Grease, appreciate you. Golf, appreciate you, my man. Golf in the building. Golf is the man, the myth, the legend. Golf, did you get into any of these drafts? Golf, did you get into any of these drafts? Let me know. Tampa Bijan all day, says Golf. I hope not. I don't want him going there, Golf. I don't. I really don't. I just don't, Golf. I don't. Golf, I want to know if Golf got in the draft. I want to make sure he got taken care of tonight. Golf's always doing good things, always dropping super chats. Golf, if you didn't get into the draft tonight, I got a little surprise for you. I'm going to wait and see. I'm gonna do something real quick. Golf. I don't think Golf got in. You got in the mock? Okay. I was gonna send Golf an invite and let's do it anyway. Golf, DM me on Instagram real quick. Copy draft URL. DM me on Instagram real quick, Golf. I forget what your Instagram name is, though. I don't think it's Golf for Life. Tyler had a question on the other screen. Tyler, what was your question? While I wait for Golf to DM me. Tyler said, would you trade Jacoby Myers for Gibson and Zay Flowers? Yes. I'd rather Zay Flowers than Jacoby Myers. And you get Gibson as well. Should I trade for Flowers? I would. Thank you, Tyler. Tyler, sorry I didn't see that until right now. All right, where's Golf at? Golf, did you DM me? I don't even know what your Instagram is. Where are you, pal? Requests. What's your name on Instagram? Let's go, Golf. Come on. Golfy boy. We're gonna do a mock draft, me versus Golf right now, and you guys are gonna vote on the winner. But I need him to DM me. I need him to DM me, Golf. Actually, I don't have Instagram. Jeez, Golf, come on, bro. Travis, are you here? Is Travis here? Is Double A here? Somebody DM me. Me versus you, mock draft style. Let's go. Very, very fast, and then I gotta leave. Who's accepting the challenge? I'm gonna refresh my Instagram DMs. First person to DM me that I recognize, we're doing a one-on-one mock draft. I mean, this is taking forever. Actually, don't have an Instagram. I'm old school. I have Twitter. How about Brian? Brian, you here? Golf, you can't make one quick enough. I'm going to be out of here before that. Let's go, Brian. Brian, I'm going to send you an invite. Here we go. Me versus Brian. Brian, go. Grab a spot. Grab the one spot. Or no, grab whatever spot you want. The duel between Brian and Smitty right now begins in 5-4. 3-2. 3-2. 3-2. Come on, Brian. Come on, Brian. Click the button, Brian. It's like pulling teeth. Trying to get somebody to jump in this one-on-one mock draft with your boy. Good Lord. Click claim, Brian. There he is. Draft begins now. Go, Brian. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Brian or Smitty? I found an old school Instagram. It's too late, Golf. I told you. I'm sorry. I tried to make a special one-on-one event between you and me. Okay, Jamar Chase, go. You're going down, Brian. You're going down, bro. Everybody vote on who wins this mock draft between me and Justin Herbert, aka Brian. Let's see here. Who's their quarterback? Joe Burrow. I'm gonna cue him. I don't know if Brian's gonna take Joe Burrow. Would he? Does Brian like Joe Burrow? Does Brian even like Joe Burrow? To turn this into a league. Okay. So we got one running back, one wide receiver. Olave, nice. Olave, boy, Olave. Let's go. Okay, running back. I only got one RB. Let's go. Let's go Olave. Suck it. Yeah, I got him stumped, don't I? I got him stumped, don't I? Nice move. Well played. Well played. Fields is good value there. Oh. Right in my nads, bro. That's right. I've got London. We're good with London. It's like neck and neck. We should do these. We should do a lot of these. Just one-on-ones. Oh, this is going to be the pick here. This is going to make or break it. Calvin Ridley ain't half bad. George Pickens ain't half bad. I'm just giving him the blueprint, aren't I? Just telling him all the players I might not take. Brian Robinson, you just lost. Brian, you were doing so good till you picked a man with your namesake. Brian Robinson, 6.12. You just got smoked. Maybe Charbonnet doesn't even go to. That was a good little draft. Can we get a vote? Who says team Brian Justin Herbert? Who says team Smitty? We got Jamar Chase versus JJ, very even. We got Walker versus Breece Hall, very even. We got Olave versus Garrett Wilson, in my opinion, very even. Burrow versus Fields, one could argue, very even. Watson versus London, one could argue, very, very even. But where I think Justin Herbert, a.k.a. Brian, shiatted the bed was with the Brian Robinson pick. I think maybe he thought it was Bijan. That isn't Bijan, is it? Maybe it is Bijan. Hold on a minute. Is that can't be Bijan. I'm going to click it. If this is it's Bijan. It doesn't have a team attached. It's Bijan. Where was he hiding? Brian with the win. Oh no. I took Charbonnet before Bijan. I just lost. How was he available? Where was he hiding? Oh. Brian.
Let's go. Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy. Brian. Wow. Wow. That was a swift kick to the nads. Swift kick to the nads, Brian. I thought there's no way. I should have took a gander around. That's my fault. That's me letting down my guard. That's me slipping up. I'm getting older. I should have took a gander around and thought all of these computer teams couldn't possibly. Sleepers got enough sense that they'd update their ADP that once we were on the clock at 6.1, Bijan wouldn't be hiding in the rankings somewhere where Brian's combing through and looking through and finding Bijan Robinson. Like, I'm looking down and I see Charbonnet. I didn't see Bijan anywhere. And this guy, Justin Herbert, comes out of the weeds in the bushes and just pounces on what I thought was Brian Robinson. Like Double A said, Team A goes instantly from the loser of this little situation to the instant winner in a snap of a finger. I'm losing a step. Brian.
Where's your mashed potatoes?
Yeah, buddy. The student has blasted the master. Wow. I never gone from 60 to 0 so quick in my life. What's crazy? What if Charbonnet does end up being better than Bijan? He lands in the most perfect spot. Oh, this guy Brian was up all night combing through these sleeper rankings. He knew what he was doing. He was in his wheelhouse. Let's give him that. I take Charbonnet at 6.1 thinking I'm getting a gem. Ada, did Ada send me one? Ada, let's send one to you real quickly. Ada, I don't know what your sleeper is, bro. Or, I'm sorry, not your sleeper, your, let's see here. I don't know. Ada, was it Ada? Man, way to go, bro. Way to go, Brian. This is Brian's moment to shine. All the Leonard Fournette trash talk I did to Brian, this is Brian's moment. Where's Ada? Where's your message? I don't know where it is, man. Brian, that was unbelievable. Nice job, Brian. Ada, I don't see your message, bro. Unbelievable. Let's do one more. Who else wants to go tit for tat on this one? Now Bijan's going to go in the second round, which is so disappointing. Here, I'll take the 2 spot again. Someone grab whatever draft slot they want, whoever I send this to. I'm going to send this to one person. Let's go round for round real quick. Brian. Unreal, Brian. I don't see Smitty take a lap for that one. I did, Cop Watch. Ada says he keeps DMing me. What's your Instagram, though, bro? I mean, do you know how many DMs I have? I don't see it, Brian. Or Ada. Unreal. Bijan. Hey, Brian, was Bijan ranked below Charbonnet? Where was he hiding? How far down was he? Unbelievable. don't see it, bro. Ada, you're probably sending a message to the wrong Instagram or something. Just... Oh well, I'm not going to sit here forever. I'm waiting for it. We'll do it another night. That was fun. Top of the rookie list. I didn't sort by rookies. Man, bro, why didn't I do that? Yeah, Ada's right. Ada was on top of that. I'm never going to make that mistake again. When you go to Sleeper and you start a mock draft, let's say. Let's go from that. This is what he's saying, and I should have been on top of that. There is a show rookies only right here. Rank 119. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Brian. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed, Brian. Monster, you little monster. Okay. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm live whenever news breaks. I'm live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's what this show is right here. 12:28 a.m. It's time to go to bed. It's time to go to bed. I appreciate you all. I'll see you later. Peace out. Golf says Ron versus Smitty Thursday night best of 3. Deal. It's on, Ron. Thank you, Golf. Thanks for the super chat. Golf to the moon.
To the moon.
I do love how it literally went from Smitty by a mile. Smitty cooked him with the last pick. Brian Robinson, what a misstep. What a dumb pick. Literally went from getting blasted, just complete straight blasting, to utter annihilation. Smitty will be tossing and turning over that loss all night. Bro, I sent it in the Discord just to make sure. Ada, this is a speedy process here. You're going to do a quick mock draft. You got to have Instagram. You have to send the message. I think you're sending it to the wrong Instagram. And if not, I don't know, bro. You're probably in my request somewhere. Oh, I did comb through the requests and found it. I'll have it for the future. I got it. Just double tapped your message. Thank you. Peace out, everybody.
Leave it on the fields.
Just in time.
Fields of dreams.
Fields like making love.
Outstanding in his fields.
Fields so good.
Fields general. My fields good. Uneven playing fields.
Battlefields tested.
Fields. Fields. He's for reals.
And off he goes to the planet known as Uranus.
Yeah. revenge tour. Revenge tour, revenge tour.
And off he goes.
It's time for some revenge in the house. Revenge tour, revenge tour. Revenge tour, revenge tour.